All right, let's start this podcast.
Sorry, I'm chewing gum.
Did you take the chewing gum?
I had a chewing gum, yes.
Chewing gum.
God damn.
So someone's up a gum.
It's a chewing gum police.
Yes.
All right, guys. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode. This is episode 112.
112.
112.
Under a group.
112.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Peaches and cream.
That's disgusting.
Right. Pick it in my some in the missing.
You know the only reason why they chose peaches?
Why?
Because it looks like ass.
No.
Oh, that is actually maybe
Peaches
true.
don't look like us.
What? Peaches do. I think everyone calls it a peachy ass. You never heard of one term peachy ass?
Literally, the
Peachy
national
ass.
emoji for a bum is a peach.
I thought it was the front.
What?
What do you mean the front? The front of what?
Oh, the puss.
Yeah, the poos.
No, that's not.
Why
peach.
would pussy be a peach?
Because
'Cause
the
it's-
lips.
What?
No. Denied. Denied.
What?
We must start. we must move on.
How do we get there? Yeah, they were wrong for sure. You're definitely
Peaches and
wrong.
cream.
No, but
Do you
what
think-
pussy lips look like peaches? Don't even answer that
Let's not
question.
even go there. Let's
plump
let's
one.
not do it because we
A plump one.
A plump. Wow.
All right. We must move
You
on.
don't get the phrase.
When someone says you got a fat pussy, what?
They don't compare it to a peach.
So what do they compare it to? Bokafo? I don't get
No, they
it.
say, oh, this is a
Bokoto.
really bitchy puss. No one says that.
So wait,
That's a nice bitchy
wait.
puss.
So wait. Why? So wait. Let me ask you something, here. Would you compare peaches to a bum where you shit that smells of poo?
You don't-
No,
you
you're
don't-
doing
you
too
don't-
much.
you
You're
don't
doing
get the
too much.
reference,
It's the
that's why.
shape.
No, you obviously don't get the
It's
reference.
the shape.
So it's fine.
That's why they say pears ass, peaches.
No one says you got a pear-shaped ass. If you do, you got a problem.
If you got a pear-shaped
It's
ass,
droopy.
then more life. Because self-love is
why did Rick Ross say it to all the pears?
Because he was
'Cause he's
eating
eating
pears.
Yeah, and what was he? What was that?
He was going through
he
his
said
fruits and
to
veg
all
phase.
the pears
Yeah,
out
shout
there.
out to all the pears.
Yes, the pears.
He was
and
talking about his
pears.
diet. It was in the
Oh,
context of
really?
his diet.
Yes.
I thought he was talking about
It
to
was
people
not
with
an
fat ass.
innuendo. No.
What?
Skinny at the top, fat ass at the back.
Lord have mercy.
We've got to start today's episode. I fear.
What fruit? What? So you're telling me the closest fruit to ass is a peach?
It has to be, yeah.
This is universally known.
Yes.
No one other than you doesn't know that. This is not
Yes.
the emoji form.
No,
Everybody
because
knows.
Nelly doesn't. Apple bomb jeans. He compared
Well,
that.
apples are also a symbolization of ass.
Sorry. Apple bottom jeans.
Boots
Boots to the
with fur.
fur.
Who sang that song?
Nelly.
That's actually Florida.
It's T-Pain and Flowrider.
Really?
Yeah.
But who created Apple
I
bomb
think that's
jeans?
why I had to slow myself down.
Yeah.
I had
Who
to
created
make
Apple
sure.
bomb jeans?
I think it's Nelly.
I think
Okay.
it was Nelly, but
Godspeed.
That doesn't look like an ass to you. That looks like pussy lips. That peach right there. That looks
there.
like pussy lips to you.
And that looks like an ass. Like, does that look like ass?
Yes.
You guys are blind.
Yes.
All right, guys, let's move on to episode 112. Hello, everybody. Greetings and apologies
Catch a pepper.
for how you have found us with our ass out.
That's all over
My
the
God.
Pussy ass.
Pussy ass.
place. Lord have mercy.
Peachy pussy lips. Peach puss.
Why do they say peaches and cream?
Because you don't get the reference.
Does
and that's
cream come
fine.
from your ass?
Well, we don't need to go there.
But
Do you
peaches
feel-
come from the poos.
No, because peaches and cream.
Oh, the cream comes
fills-
from the poos.
Okay, you filled the peach with the cream.
It doesn't, but okay.
Do you know what this reminds you of? You put the peanut in the peanut
hole.
hole. Shanty blood. Let's start today's episode. I'm
but don't you-
Kesi, aka Case Boogie, in a cut. What it do?
That is your boy, Mr. Nasty. I think I've been taken over
Yes,
today.
you're not the nastiest in
I'm
town.
not the
Oh,
nastiest.
damn, I don't mind taking that. And it's Mr. MBT, the one and only, the only one on this table that understands what 112 was talking about when he said peaches and cream.
I don't know, but
I really
what
wanted
you're
to comment.
nonetheless.
I really
yeah.
wanted to comment at this point. Just say you are definitely
112, if you're around, can you please tell us what innuendo you're
Those
referring to when you
guys-
said peaches and cream?
I was about to say something
Don't
else.
even say it.
I was
Don't
about
even
to say
say it.
where they are. Those guys.
I
are
know
in
where you're going.
retirement.
Don't do
Treason,
it.
treason.
Yeah.
We're getting close.
Yeah. It was
All right.
close, very close.
Guys,
Godspeed.
before we get started, we just wanted to give a quick announcement in regards to Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
MBT. Oh.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I've moved over to Spotify, which now means Apple Podcasts is gone. Bye.
So basically, how it works for logistics, yeah?
Look at Tobi's like, what the heck?
That
What
made
happened?
no sense.
Yeah. So let me
Basically, how it works with the logistics is that MBT, who is in charge of all of our admin and logistics here at the Hype and Then Some headquarters. It's dependent on someone having an Apple Podcast or an Apple ID linked to like an Apple Music account. And if you don't have an Apple Music account, you cannot put your podcast on Apple Podcasts. Because Michael has moved over to the good side, aka Spotify.
I'm not gonna lie, it's better than all you people.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's over here with us, with the winning team, we can no longer host our podcast on Apple Podcasts. Yusuf, this is for you especially. I'm so sorry because I know that is your base. Alas, you can still listen to us on Spotify and on SoundCloud. Okay, thank you. Moving on, it is time for You Know What You Love. It is Tables. Join us.
Join us, Tables. Watch out!
Thank you, MBT. The normal edition.
Yeah,
We're
man,
back.
it's been a while.
Let us know. Shout out Victoria. She said that she really liked the aftershave edition. We're going to try and come in with a bit of variety.
She liked the whole episode.
Yeah, she did. Shout out to her.
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode. It was. But yes, let us know if there are any other suggestions of things that you would want to see on the table, showing us tables. But in the meantime, we are back to regular scheduling programming and getting straight into it. If you are listening, it will do you well to come on down to YouTube Town where you can see the trainers in a what?
In a real life.
Gorgeous. If you are here already, you will see that we've got something of a theme going on. If you're not here, that's fine. I'll explain it to you. Today, we have a table full of Jound collaborations. Yeah, okay. Jound. How many J's are in Jound? 4?
That's 4.
4. How much wood could a woodchuck wood?
How much wood could a woodchuck wood?
How much would a woodchuck chuck? Would a woodchuck chuck cut wood?
Wrong again. Wrong again. I feel like
who laugh last, laugh first, you will laugh forever.
You just stayed upside down.
Let me tell you something. Shut up, vet now. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, yeah? Maybe I couldn't remember.
He said you look like number 1.
Look, maybe I could not.
Old body.
No. Maybe I couldn't remember that. It's okay. It doesn't get me anywhere in life.
It's the same space. Alright.
It's the same space. I got bogey in my nose.
I have to check. I'm seeing, but
you seeing what?
Yeah.
Bye, Lesnar.
All right, guys. Sorry. Let's get back into it.
Yes.
So we have a table full of Jound collaborations. Jound has been very, very busy over the last couple of years.
He has no choice.
For me, the first time I heard of Jound was with their initial collaboration with New Balance, the 990 V2s.
No, 992s. Sorry.
992s.
Yeah,
were they 992s?
They were 992s.
992s, the grey pair and the green pair.
Cool.
And from then I said, you know what? I've got my eye on this brand. I quite like them. I like the simplicity, but cuteness.
Yeah.
And since then, they've really showed themselves to be consistent in the quality that they provide. So to the right of us, let's get started. We have the Jound X Bapesters. So this was their collaboration with Bape. This came out earlier this year around March. Myself and Tobi both got a pair, both on resale. My pair is not here today at this time, and that's okay. Tobi, do you want to tell us about how you're finding your pair so far?
I think the leather is amazing. It's gorgeous, but the shoe, oh my gosh! You remember we put this up a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
And it was looking delightful. It's getting old. It's getting up there.
Your shoe has retired.
It's not retired yet, but the leather though. Wow, the leather.
It's butter, I know.
The leather is butter, but like at what cost?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have a buttery leather shoe if it means that it looks like it's 79, like, and it's never worn SPF in his life. Like you shouldn't look like that after 2 wears. It's not right. It's not right. And with me, I wear my crepes to the end. I don't respect them. Okay, I don't give them love and affection. And I wore mine maybe once, and it was looking like this. So
ass booty.
It really was looking like a banana boat.
I want to take it to almost Skrilla. Skrilla approved. Shout out Skrilla approved.
Shout out,
is that the trainer you wanted to
cleaning.
take to him?
No, I want to take the Mahara Yasima shoe.
Yeah, because I gave him my my LV trainers.
When?
Last week.
You should have told me. I was trying to go there.
Mate, you was on holiday.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah, and I do remember you saying that you wanted to give him a trainer, and he was like, Tobi wanted to give me some trainers.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll holler at him. I'll tell him I'll ship it over.
Haram.
Anyway, shout out Approved Cleaning. He did some great work the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it, the Valentino Rock Runners.
Those were
That was a real repair.
Yeah.
That was a serious repair.
No, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. This like he ain't even paying me to say this. Like he is actually sick at what he's doing.
Yeah.
Even my Jounds, unfortunately, they had a slip of pizza by Kesi. Yeah,
Gotcha,
like,
Pepper.
I'm not gonna lie, Jay's and I I'm gonna apologize because the way I reacted was very bad.
Sorry.
But the way this girl's mouth was so hot that she dropped the pizza sauce on the
First
trailer.
of all, yeah, it was fresh out the oven, hot,
It
super
was hot.
nice
It was a good
pizza.
pizza, though.
Shout out Jay's Link Up. He provided the best vending on that day.
Yeah, that
it
vending
was
was
a
really vending.
good pizza. And let me
Yeah.
tell you, I was inebriated. And you know how you eat when you're inebriated? No, but class. So obviously, I'm yum yum yum. What are you talking about? The pizza sauce
alone.
dropped straight. You know it's juicy.
It dropped on the
straight
jounds.
on the shoot.
Suede.
Yeah.
On the spray on the mesh.
On the suede,
on the
Toby.
mesh, on
No,
the
it was on the
suede.
suede. Liar. Suede. Wow. And the way I looked at Kesi, yeah, I looked into.
He
I
tried
looked
to give me
through
the
her
death
eyes.
stare. First of all, shitty blit. I'm toasted. It was an accident. Don't try that shit with me. This is what he said to me. Kesi, come on. And I said, shitty blit.
No. She was like, no, this is what Casey did. Casey looks at me like this. What? I was like, are you okay? She was like, it's not my fault, it's hot. So whose mouth is it? Whose mouth is the food going in? She's like, oh, what?
No, do you know what's annoying? Is because he had also dropped pizza. Obviously, it didn't land on his shoe, but
Yeah.
like shitty bled. Like, obviously, I'm not moving mad. So, like,
Are you hearing
be
what
quiet.
this goes? I dropped sauce, yeah, but it didn't drop on my tray. It
didn't
dropped on the
land.
floor.
Yeah,
So wait, because
you didn't even give me an opportunity to say sorry. If you just waited,
you
I
weren't.
would have
Do you know
apologized.
the reason why I wasn't? Because her response to it was, oh, what? Her response should be like, oh, sorry. Oh, what?
Hey yo, I was just like, go away. Anyway, back to the matter. Shout out approved cleaning. I don't think
Yes.
they're called Screwder approved anymore. Shout
No, it's
out
called
approved
approved
cleaning.
cleaning.
Yeah, shout out approved cleaning for your tremendous services every time. Which brings us on to the next pair that we have on our table. Not quite. To the left of us, we have the New Balance X Jound 990 V3 in the color green.
This is the best colorway from Jound.
I think this is definitely the best New Balance and Jound collaboration
Yeah.
thus far.
I
Yeah.
think it's the best New Balance 990 V2 out there.
You're an
V3,
ass.
V3.
You're such an
V3, sorry,
ass.
V3.
You're such an ass.
Why?
Because it's better than the ones that you had.
I said, what do you mean? I said it's best.
Oh,
It's the
that's
best.
it then.
What the heck? This couch is on violence for no reason. You said,
Shit,
what I heard is this shoe is so shit. It's an ugly ass shoe.
Jazz,
I can't
nigga.
believe you actually bought this damn shoe. Even though I said this is the best looking New Balance V3 990 out there.
Ridiculous. I think it's a great pair, and I think the use of sale is always a win with me. Yeah, I really,
And the trainer
like this
costs
pair.
£500 now.
Oh really?
Oh, does it?
And
Yeah,
how
man.
much did you buy it for?
I bought mine for like $3.
That's another thing as well. Something of a
that
theme.
much?
This is a resale table. Yeah, we could never grab
Shit.
any jam pieces.
No, it's not.
No,
This
that's
is
retail. But it might as well
But it
be
might as well
resale
be
for the
resale.
price that
Don't
you
worry.
paid.
Don't worry. It might as well be.
Okay, so this is the table of like not paying the right price. Am I
Yeah,
right?
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Banging pair. We've spoken about it enough times already.
Yep.
On to the pedestal today.
There
Thank
go.
you. This is the Jound and Asics. I don't really know anything other
Gel
than
Cayano 40.
Gel Cayano 14.
I'm not gonna lie. As I'm looking at
And the
them,
white.
as you've put them to the what's it called, to the
Screen?
screen, yeah. I'm
Camera?
not gonna lie. It's just looking even better.
So I really like this pair.
These should be
Seeing them in
Colgates.
person makes me feel good that like I didn't push
Yeah.
to buy them.
Too hard. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the thing about like, it's tricky. It's very tricky.
It's a very
But
tricky one.
This is very similar to models that Asics have already. So like, I know I could never get like
That colorway.
this colorway with New Balance on their own. You just can't do it.
ever in your life.
I probably could have got it with Bape, but they really weren't
They
doing
really
it.
weren't
Like
doing
they
it.
just weren't doing it. And I like the leather and I like the Jound element, so that makes sense. But
And
with this,
Before you continue, Bape don't do subtle colorways
they don't
like
do
that.
neutral colorways. They just every time they want to do like same color as
Purple
Hulk,
and gold.
green and purple. You get it.
So close. Hope.
But with this, I just feel like I've definitely probably seen this before,
Yeah, so-
and
Yeah.
like the only difference is like a little cell detail here and cell laces, which I can get from
And it
anywhere.
says Jound.
And
Yeah.
like it's
Somewhere.
not even that bay. I don't even think it says it on this one.
No,
It
it doesn't
does.
say
on this
Jound.
on this one it does.
Where?
Right there.
No, it's not enough.
No, I'm not
afraid.
gonna.
I
Honestly,
think they're banging. Toby, do you want to talk about because this is Toby's
this
pair
is your
also.
trainer.
I will. All I'll say is that landed cost, God forbid. These people really robbed me blind.
So where did
Yeah.
you buy it from?
I got
Robbed
from
this
the
England.
Jound website,
Which is based in America.
Yeah.
based in Canada.
Canada.
Even worse.
Well, Canada.
So yeah, I bought it for I think it was 250 Canadian dollars.
cool. Okay.
Which came up to like $198. But then
Not
obviously
198
pounds.
pounds.
Sorry, pounds. And obviously, you know, you got to pay customs and duty charges.
How much is it?
Before I purchased this, I tried doing it myself, and it came up to £35. I was like, okay, that's not bad.
Okay.
I get a call the day after from DHO. saying I have to pay £89. I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, that's how much has to be paid. He said, you can cancel it. I said, no, they said it's final sale. So landed cost, I paid about close to £300.
Yeah. Oh, okay, because Bashiri wants to get them as well, and I told him 250, so I need to
It is 250. Oh, you wanted to buy these ones?
Yeah.
My one?
Yeah.
Oh, there's 500.
Oh, no!
Because I need to make my money back. Unfortunately.
No, he doesn't want to buy your ones. I was telling him that you paid 250, but you actually paid about 3 bills.
I paid close to 3 bills.
And how much is resale on them now?
240, 250.
So you could get them cheaper on StockX.
Yes.
So
No, yes.
what is the retail price of this?
150.
It's not making sense.
It never made sense. It didn't. It definitely didn't.
How can you pay more from retail than resale?
This is very similar to what I did with the undefeated, but nowhere near as bad as yours.
No, yours is bad.
Astronomical.
No, mine isn't as bad as Tobi's.
Because how much is the trainer?
I paid 130.
Okay, then
the retail was like 105.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much did you pay with importing as well?
None.
Okay, so yours was 100 and...
It was 130.
If it's below £150, you don't pay any.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was 130. I didn't pay any import charges or anything like that.
Okay.
But then when it came to selling it, I sold it below retail because I got to get rid
And
of
how
it.
much did you sell it for?
Maybe like 89
And then
90.
how many times did you wear it?
Twice.
And then...
It's definitely not as bad.
No,
Toby
it's
bought
definitely
it
not.
twice.
No,
Yeah.
it's
He
not.
bought it twice.
This was the issue
Your
that
trainer was just mad ugly,
If
man.
you want it on raffle in the UK, you would have paid 150 flat.
It's flat, yeah.
That's
Really?
Yeah.
What raffle? Oh, yeah, like
Raffle,
end
If
clothing.
you got on the A6 website, it was 150 flat.
Flat, right.
As soon as you went into Jown, it was $225 or something like that.
Mad.
And then you had to pay shipping fee.
These are
from
Canadian
Jown.
dollars as well.
Canadian dollars. You had to pay shipping fee from Jown, which was like $50 or $40 on top. And then I didn't read the small print, even though that's something I generally do. It says that
Sorry.
all collaborations. Yeah, it's been going for some time, hasn't it? all collaboration sales are final, number one.
Right.
And they said that all duties and custom charges are yours to pay. So when DHL sent me that text message, I swear, my body shook.
Yeah.
I was very scared.
Heartbreak.
But now that they're here, it's definitely not worth the price. Facts. But it is a nice shoe. It reminds me of the new Balenciagas. You know, is it the Triple S, the new Triple S version? Or
Oh,
whatever
the
it is?
track ones?
The track ones, yeah. It reminds me of that. But I'm still trying to figure out
Have you
how
worn
I'm
them
gonna-
out yet?
This is the first time I've actually opened them.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out Asics and shout out Jound every time.
For robbing people.
In Jesus' name, we won't buy a trainer aimlessly and make such an L again
Amen.
in life, please.
Yeah.
Times 3.
Big mistake.
All right, and that brings us to the end of Tables Trainers.
Trainers, tables, watcha! Hi guys. So every single week we come with the latest news about music, fashion, what's popping in the sneaker culture, and music, fashion, what's popping in sneaker culture,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And even the culture too.
and the culture.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot myself.
That's okay.
God forbid. Anyway, first thing on the list, someone that wants to be forgotten is Kanye West. Yep.
Wants to be.
Yep. No.
He does not want to be
He
forgotten. He
does
wants
not
to be
want to be
in
part of
the
Adidas
limelight.
no more. He said, forget my ass.
Right.
Forget my ass. So basically, Kanye West wants to leave his contract with Adidas because Adidas, I'm not going to lie, if he thought Nike was a living hell, Adidas has given him hell part 2. Hell part 2. So Adidas tried to buy Kanye West out of his contract for $1 billion. Yep. Kanye West said, nah, I don't want to. The reason why is because every single year you pay me $500 million worth of royalties.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
So
it
it
would be
does.
stupid. if
It's
he
like
left that.
it doesn't make any sense.
That's
You
not
pay
money
me
in 2
$500
years.
mil every year. Yeah, I would have made that in 2 years' time. But no. So Kanye West was basically saying that the reason why he wants to leave his contract with Adidas is because they've basically lied to him.
So he wants to take. Does he want to take the Yeezy brand?
He
full
wants.
stop with him.
He wants to. So let me explain, because you're probably. I thought someone was going to research. Basically, he wants to take the Yeezy brand partnership away, because obviously he does own 100% of Yeezy.
Yeah.
Also, something that we didn't know is that the trainers that have similarities with Yeezy, so you know the slides and that.
Yeah, like Oswego's and that.
Yep. Did you know? Yeah, he gets a 15% cut.
So what's he complaining about then?
The only reason why is because they weren't supposed to copy his thing, but
Okay.
because of the pattern and all of that type of stuff, he gets 15%.
But okay, you're getting money.
Also, wait, the trainers, so you know there was like a guava pair of Yeezy 700s that came out.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to release that. They released it without telling him, and there were some other trainers they released without telling
Yeah,
him.
those blue Yeezy 700s.
So basically, he was basically saying that this is my own words, Adidas, you don't respect me. I've built something here with you guys. You don't respect me. You copy my stuff. You don't. They even put a manager as part of, or a director as part of Yeezy. Obviously, you know he owns Yeezy, but obviously internal director. He didn't like the director. They put him there. They kept him there.
Oh, was that guy that he bastardized on Instagram?
He was having clashes with him. He was authorizing all these things to happen.
And apparently, Adidas made up the Yeezy Day idea without his approval.
That's it.
That wasn't him.
Wow.
So there's so much that Adidas has done without Kanye, and Kanye doesn't like it. But as part of the contract, Adidas was supposed to open Yeezy stores. They never opened the Yeezy stores, hence why Kanye West now wants to open his own Yeezy stores. The only downside to what's going on right now is that with his partnership with Adidas, it obviously helps him create the trainers in a mass way.
That's what I wanted to find out. So I think the relationship between him and Adidas is purely for manufacturing and distribution.
Basically.
But I think he still owns the ideas, and that's that's probably where the issue comes from.
Yeah, because I own the ideas, you're still flogging my ideas. Exactly. So what he's now doing now is obviously he wants to build his own Yeezy stores. I don't know how it's gonna work because
be rubbish bags on the floor.
Maybe it might just all be black stores, just black. But he wants to open Yeezy stores. I don't know how it's gonna work when all your trainers have Adidas signs on the trainers.
Well, that's the thing. He probably won't be able to produce those trainers anymore.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll struggle either way.
He won't struggle. He'll come up with something.
He probably. I hope so, because obviously I know how we've kind of been like cussing Kanye and been laughing at him, but this is a big joke. I mean, it's a big joke.
Ultimately, I think there's two ways about it. He either continues with Adidas or he stops doing Yeezys.
Okay, so the upside I see value, that's obviously he's got his royalties, which was something that he was complaining about with Nike, and he's 15% and all that. But the thing is, even as a creator, and this is a question I want to obviously something I want to talk to you guys about, is that Kesi said something a few days ago where she basically said that Kanye West helped Adidas become who they are right now.
Yeah.
Adidas was nothing without Kanye West. Yeah. So you built this. Kanye West has basically helped you to build your brand to where it's at, one of the top 3 brands in the world, and you're now basically taking the mick.
Yeah.
With everything that he's brought.
Yeah.
So I understand why he would want to do what he's doing, because once he takes that away, okay, Adidas can still manufacture the wave runners and all that type of stuff. Cool. He's going to get to a point where it's going to dry out because you have no more creativity.
And realistically, the resale industry and like the hype industry, they don't follow the big brands. They follow the creators.
Niche brands,
the niche brands, but specifically the creator. When Kanye went away from Nike and went to Adidas, everyone followed Kanye. They didn't say, "Oh, we're gonna stick with Nike if they keep bringing out Roche runs." That's just not what. That's not how it works. And in the same way, if there's any designer, off the top of my head, if I really try and think about it, if there's a designer that tried to leave one brand, let's say, okay, Sean Moore, that's a bad example.
No. The thing is, we went to Adidas and we were like, you shaped yourself.
But I think at the end of the day, the way that resale works and the way that the resale market works and the hype industry works is that they go with what's popping.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Yeah, of course. But realistically, everyone's focus is going to be on Kanye bringing out limited Kanye stuff. Not Adidas bringing out fucking Oswegos.
Yeah, so as I said, Kanye West is going to open physical stores as well. I don't know when that's going to happen, but props to Kanye.
Yeah.
What I don't like, which is very annoying, even as big as Kanye is, it still shows that big brands that are well established, such as Nike, Adidas, will always take the piss out of creators. They will always, especially a black creator like him as well, that's done so much, Virgil as well, God rest his soul, they will always take the piss.
I wonder how malicious it is though, excuse me. I wonder how malicious it actually is, because like we said, Kanye is getting 15% of similar trainers.
Yeah.
He's not really being robbed.
But I don't think that was part of the contract. I think it's part of the whole issue that happened.
Absolutely.
So you got that.
And even like the buyout and stuff, it's very clear that they see Kanye West as a person as a liability now, and they kind of want to get rid. That's very
Of course,
clear.
he's ruining their brand. He's tarnishing it.
But I think at the same time, it's like, this is hard for me to like, oh my God, Kanye is an underdog.
Yeah.
This is what I mean about black creators. I don't really think that's the fight I'd like us to fight today.
But do you know what's so mad?
Because I don't see it that way.
Okay, you don't see it that way, but let me put it in a different scenario. It's like you working for another company.
I understand the premise of it, but I'm saying with the position that Kanye is in, He's been offered a $1 billion buyout. This is not someone that's being treated as like, I'm not respected, right?
Yeah.
The brand is valued at $4 billion at the minute. He's being offered $1 billion to be bought out, right?
Yeah.
He gets $500 million. He said that's how much his royalties are going to be next year, right? Yearly. He gets a 15% cut on similar trainers.
Yeah.
At what point do we say, all right, is it really like robbery like that? It is impossible for a brand. Think of Nike, for example. The the 10 blazers that came out.
Yeah.
Remember they tried to do a blazer that was very similar.
Yeah, me and Manny Fresh were talking about it. They took the piss.
They took the piss, but also like that's just how it goes. Like that is just how it goes. I don't see that as like a malicious attack. I see that is what a business does. There are people that won't be able to get of the 10 of the blazers. How many were manufactured? Like 10,000? They've got like 10 million people that they need to satisfy. If they can't get those, they would need to have an alternative pair ready for them to buy. That's just how it works.
Do you know what, yeah? It's easy for you to say that, but if you was a creator, you're going to look at it a different way.
You would want creative direction over your creation.
That's it.
You
Not
want to have the final say and the only say of what you put out there. But unfortunately, when you're working with big corporations, that's not how it works.
I agree. I just don't want it to be seen as, oh my gosh, I'm an underdog. It's a malicious attack against me because he's a billionaire.
And
and it's not that. Like,
and I'm not gonna
the corporation in question.
Adidas, with his partnership with Adidas, it works both ways.
Both ways.
He helped Adidas. Adidas has helped him to become who he is.
And if anything, I'm pretty sure he now knows the right people and the connections so he can produce.
So he's nice. Like this is not an L.
I think he can do it himself by now.
Do you know what? I hope so. I hope so. But there was something that was stated that initially, which will probably hinder his brand at the start, is that you won't have the volume that he had before.
Of course not. So but really and truly, like he's a billionaire now. I think he can make his own
it's expensive, man.
It's expensive, of course, but he's a billionaire.
But the thing is, you're looking at someone that is worth $6 billion, to a company that's worth like $800 billion.
Of course, but it doesn't matter.
You're still a bit. Anyway, we don't have too much time.
I understand what you guys are saying. Anyway, another thing, we don't give a shit. Fuck them. Nike got ransacked. Yep, they had a shipment of trainers. And guess what?
Nuts.
The people, we love you. The same thing that they did in Tottenham, where they did the riots, they did the same thing with Nike.
Not the same.
Not the same. Not the same.
But the same.
But I mean, how much stock was taken?
I think it was like 30 million.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
It wasn't 30 million.
Crazy.
It wasn't 30 million. I think it was. In my head, I think it was like 250 million, or it must have been 800 million. One of those numbers in my head.
It was a crazy number.
It was a dumb number. Like,
have a look.
I'm telling you, the people, we love the people. Because Nike, what are you doing?
800K.
800K. Okay.
800K.
I know it was 800.
That's a lot of shoes.
That's a lot of shoes.
800 is a lot of shoes.
Yeah, it is a lot of shoes.
800,000 shoes.
Prices. Anyway, 800K worth of shoes.
Okay.
That was in Memphis. Yeah. What I saw was amazing to see. I can't lie.
Do you know?
And you know what made me laugh the most?
What?
Was when they turned around and said we only had cameras for the front of the vehicles, so there was no cameras at the back, so they didn't know who took the shoes.
I know who took the shoes.
You know
the director from Nike, her son.
Oh, what's her name?
Lol. Shout out. What are they
Drake.
called again? What is the name of this film?
Which one?
It's literally just left my mind. Damn.
The film with the mice.
No. Where the poor steal from the rich and give to the rich.
Oh, Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. I was going to say Blue Peter. Shout out Robin Hood.
Blue Peter.
Shout out the Robin Hoods of this industry.
That's something I always wanted. I wanted the Blue Peter badge.
You know what?
Same.
Yeah, with this whole situation.
I wanted to be on the show with the dog.
And I wanted to be on Art Attack.
With this whole situation. I couldn't care less.
No, I don't.
That part.
What the heck?
That part.
But
That part. You've been robbing us every day for the last 10 years. So hold that L. Next.
I would like to know what shoes were taken though.
yeah, I don't even know. I saw
Dunks. That's what they're selling.
They said there was 7,500 LeBron 12s. No one wants those.
No one wants that.
Oh.
No one wants that. Anyway,
I don't know. The man them in America like the LeBrons.
yeah, they do, and they
LeBron
wear them with suits with their spiky hair.
Yep. And they say, I'm a black man, I build.
That's white. That's white and black that have the spiky hair.
Perfect.
Anyway, next thing on the list is we got a new prime minister. Hello, governor. So we have Elizabeth Truss.
Liz Truss.
We don't trust her.
Liz Truss.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
We don't trust her. I'm
You're doing
telling
too
you.
much.
She's
No.
the name that you must trust.
No, it's not a name that we must trust.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
as you know, with what's going on with the government, the government is
You know what? Yeah,
it's a joke.
When you really look at it, yeah, there are two options with shit.
Listen,
Pure shit.
so long as we're under a conservative government,
It's long.
we're in the fucking trenches.
Wait,
I'm not
Next.
gonna lie. We should have just kept with Boris.
Rishi or Liz?
What?
Eh?
We're in the
Boris.
trenches regardless. Like,
Boris.
we're actually in the. And do you know what? I think maybe because I don't listen to the news, I don't watch the news anymore. I vowed I'm not
Yeah, I
doing it.
don't-
I'm not
I don't
on
listen
it.
to the news as
I'm
well.
not on it. I'm not on it. But I just feel like me, you, yeah.
Yeah.
We're different, but we're the same.
We're
Yeah.
different but the same, yeah.
We're coming from the same room. We're saying the same podcast.
Yeah.
If you have to leave, I have to speak. Am I not the same person?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing's
That's true.
changed.
No,
it's
do you know-
just a white woman instead of a white man. We
Yeah.
are still in the trenches. She's still pushing the same laws.
Agenda,
Same
yeah.
agenda,
Or,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't care. I actually don't care. Until we are under a Labour government, I don't want to hear anything about anything because we're still in the trenches.
Facts.
Things haven't changed. What the hell? Multi-million pound bailouts for energy companies and people's energy bills and thingy gas bills and electric bills are going up by the thousands.
Yeah.
You think I care about what Trust has to say? I don't.
And what's his name? Rishi, what's his name?
Rotted.
Yeah, he what's it called? He's a millionaire. Him and his wife are a millionaire.
Like, you're good.
and he tried to go become prime minister as well.
Please, man.
Rishi, indeed.
I don't want to
Rubbish.
but he's in I think he's in one of the categories for top richest families in.
Yeah,
He is.
he is.
Yeah.
He is.
He is.
Like, was it the last episode that I said that the richest? Yeah, we said the richest person in the UK is actually Asian.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
I don't know that for a second. I was watching a very interesting TikTok around the family structure of like many South Asian households, and obviously that that what is the word that being the
Dynamics.
reason as to why some South Asian households are like mad successful.
Yeah,
it's very, very interesting. I'm
it
going to
is
send
very
it to you guys.
Is it the hierarchy or
No, it's just, you know how,
It's the way
like-
that they like to
the dynamics?
grow their family.
Exactly. So they have like
Together
trust,
before they move out.
I'm not, obviously not all South Asian families,
Yeah.
but like generally they do like trust-based loans. They have like a lot of families are communities within smaller communities, so they're able to kind of build their money without interest, going to the bank, whatever.
Mad.
A lot of their stuff is dealt with in cash, and because a lot of generations live in the same house, so generally
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
3 generations in the same house, like grandparents, parents, and then the kids.
The mortgage is paid in like a year.
Exactly. So it's like they have more money to do lots of. It's so interesting how like those type of things account to like how you are like
Yeah.
in the community. I just found it very interesting. I'll send it to you guys there.
Mad. Yeah, no, please do. Definitely want to watch that.
Carry.
Okay, next thing on the list is Apple. Apple have released their new batch of products that the whole world is going to be screaming for.
Yes, sir.
We got the iPhone 14 that has an 84 megapixel camera.
48.
84 is already on the Samsung. 48.
Yeah,
We're on
yeah,
48.
yeah.
48. I
48.
swear you told me 80 something.
Nah,
48.
that's Samsung.
Okay, so it's a 48 megapixel. Casey's got it already.
Shout out me.
Shout out to
yeah.
Casey's got it
I
already.
ordered it on the pre-order.
So we know what we're using for the podcast later.
Listen, so me, yeah, I never. First of all, have I dropped?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
I thought so too.
Because I'm like, what am I doing?
You don't understand. There was one time, yeah, I was just sitting here and I just saw my chair just do this.
By the end of the podcast, you're under the table.
What the hell?
As if I'm in a Cadillac with hydraulics. Rubbish.
I never do the pre-order stuff.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm a sucker for a discount. I
still
need
got a
to
discount?
I did. Hold on, let me get there.
fine.
I like to hold out to the very last minute until I can like save money. That is me. I hate feeling like I've been bumped. But this, I just said, no, fuck it, we bought.
Yep.
We bought, and that's what I did. I said, put it down. I still got the discount.
What have you
Yep.
currently
And
got?
She got in purple.
What have you currently got?
Oh, shit.
11 Pro Max. I'm
Yeah,
in
you
the
had no
trenches.
choice.
I
She
deserve.
had to.
You
I
have to.
Her
had
phone
a
is
choice.
like 10 years
I had
behind.
a choice. Bet I could have got the 13 Pro Max.
Nah, man,
Your
that's not making
phone might
sense.
as well be the Motorola Razr.
That's crazy.
Ooh, not the jewel.
That's crazy. But we still got the same. Obviously, your camera is better than my camera, but it's still the same megapixels. This has got 12. Yours has got 12. You're not brand new. Once I get this 40, I'm shitting on all of you,
Yeah,
man.
where's
No, that's
The
calm.
hell?
It's got the acupuncture thing
let,
that zooms
yeah,
in, like, good stuff.
let me even tell you what's even mad, yeah. So obviously she was on the phone speaking to them, yeah, and I was like, she's like, the woman asked her what color does she want. I was like, I'm gonna get in purple. Do you know what she said? I'm gonna get it in purple.
I was going to get black.
No,
I was going to get black.
and because I said purple, you see spite. Spite's
It's
a
not
bad thing.
spite. It's not spite. But I was just like, yo, I've had a black phone for the last how many years?
Casey, 2 years.
Switch it up. Come
And
switch it up.
I'm not even gonna lie. We gotta stand, okay? 14 Pro Max is the only one that comes in purple.
That's facts.
So when you see that, you know that's
It
a
looks
14 Pro
cold.
Max. Are you sick? come on in the elderberry. I'll see you soon. What's going on?
Elderberry.
Yeah,
Anyway, so as part of the new releases that they're doing, they're releasing new
Which
AirPods.
is exactly the same.
Yeah, they are, and they're releasing the Apple Watch 8.
Which has a different strap, but it's the same.
No, it isn't. There's 3 different models.
Great.
Nice.
There's a model for there's like a hard. I'm saying it in the worst way, but there's a hardcore model which is like for mountaineering, all that type of stuff. So it's stronger. They've got like the SE, the iPhone SE.
Oh, Lord.
They've got Apple Watch for the SE, and then they've got the standard Apple Watch. I need a new Apple Watch because this is
Let
free
them
and
bring
they're on
back
8.
the gold, man. The solid gold. Until they do that, I don't want to hear nothing.
Ah, that's it. Anyway,
Praise his name.
Anyway, next thing on the list is rest in peace. The Queen is dead.
Liz is dead.
Rest in peace, Queen Lizzy, man.
Yep.
All right.
And King Charles the Third. Anyway, next thing on the list. So
And King Charles the First.
The dead.
next thing on the list is, which is a bit more important. So Babes are releasing.
Guys, can I just say, yeah, due to the sensitivity of today's topic, yeah, we have a dedicated button, which we will be using throughout the episode. If you hear the following noise, that means we are slowly entering Treasonville.
Yeah.
We've got to make sure we stay away from there.
Yeah.
Let's Priti Patel rehire herself and get us deported to
Yeah.
Rwanda. So let's just keep it in line.
I'm not trying to go into HMP dungeon. I'm not trying to go into that place. Anyway, next thing on the list is Babes. As we know, Babes have been coming back out. There was a time back in the day when Soulja Boy was out that they were popular, and Pharrell was very popular with the Babes, and now they're coming back with some new releases. So we have the first release, which is a CDG, Comme des Garçons, Bape. It's a black Bape. It's a nice Bape. Am I gonna get a Bape? I might get a Bape.
I actually hate how much of a sucker I am for this silhouette.
I
hate it so much. It's so embarrassing. It's not worth the money.
Look
But
at
I need it.
Yeah, look
I'm
at
gonna
you.
have it.
She opened her bum. She's like, ah.
I know that I'm a sucker for it.
No, but yeah, we're gonna put it up on the screen and you guys can see, and then you guys let us know what you think about it.
Yeah,
There's another one that's coming out. It's an OVO Bape.
Oh.
I gotta have it. I need it.
But
Oh,
you want that crocodile level looking
I
thing.
do. I do.
Look, you know when the only crocodile trainer that I would get that was of an Air Force like silhouette was the crocodile Air Force ones, the brown ones, and I only have it just put in a box.
God forbid that.
You would actually look like Uncle Lamre in the 90s. 100%. I don't even know what he looked like then, but I know he would be wearing that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna wear some baggy NSYNC jeans.
You're gonna wear wood grain jeans.
With some corduroys.
I don't even know why I like them so much, but they're so cold. I just think it's the silhouette. That silhouette is got.
No, you just have no shame.
It's got
Crazy.
whatever.
You have no shame.
Call it what you want.
The Babes I'm looking forward to. The OVOs is just an OVO on the side and the Bape underneath it ugly. Anyway, next thing on the
list. Can I just say, speaking of OVO, I'm still very excited for the CLB
OVO Air Force ones.
Are they still coming out?
I don't even know.
They are.
Look at her head shaking.
I need them.
Anyway, next thing on the list, you might have to get a loan for all of this. Next thing on the list is Skepta. So Skepta has released an art piece in collaboration with Sotheby's.
Cool. Is it in collaboration?
I think
he just sold it.
Oh, he sold? No, he auctioned it through Sotheby's.
Through Sotheby's, yeah. It's called Mama Goes to the Market.
Yeah, Mama Goes to the Market. It's a big thing for a black artist as well to be recognized by a company like that. And I never knew Skepta was an artist. I never knew he even knew how to draw.
Yeah, that's what shocked me. That was like because he never put something like that out there. So.
Never.
And it was actually a really nice looking painting.
I think that's what happens when you've got money. You've got the freedom to just try stuff, and then if it bangs, it bangs.
Absolutely.
I can't do that at this moment.
Shout out to Skepta.
Actually, I can. I can if I want to.
Yep.
I'm doing it anyway.
Shout out to Skepta.
No, shout out to Skepta.
The bidding is set to conclude on the September the 13th, which is in 2 days. Yeah. And it's due to sell between 40 and 60k.
No, well done to him, man. Does the money go to charity?
No.
To him.
You guys hear? Shit. More money.
This is not a celebrity dating game.
More money. No, but Sotheby's going to take a percentage of that anyway. The white man always takes a percentage. Anyway. Yep, that's it. Anyway, next thing on the list is Kim Kardashian launches a private equity firm.
Shout out Kim, man.
No, shout out Kim and her mum. Yeah,
shout out Kim.
That family, I don't understand. That family is probably going to be one of the richest families in the world. I'm not going to lie. No, don't do that. Don't do that to my Rafi.
Wow.
Don't do that to my Rafi. Nope, I take pride in the Rothschilds.
Don't say that. You're not supposed to say that.
No, why not?
They're not supposed to reveal that you work for them.
Oh, nigga, why would you do
You
that?
just revealed it.
Why'd you? No. Honestly, no. We need to bleep that out
That button should solely be used for treason.
This is the reason why they don't put the name on the badges.
There you go.
Nigga, why?
I can't lie. That might as well be treason because they own that
well
royal
done.
family.
No, they own the royal family.
Yeah, this is
We'll
worse than
bleep that out.
treason.
They own the UK. They own the UK and the US.
I'm actually gonna.
Maybe even Russia.
I'm blocking this whole thing.
Paris.
out.
46 minutes.
So
France,
speaking of
Switzerland.
Kim Kardashian,
system.
yeah, yes, it's the gavel. Speaking of Kim Kardashian, Ray J recently came out last night. Yeah, I think he was drunk, low key.
This guy's
But
pathetic.
basically, no, he's not. You know, like
What?
he's actually had enough of Kim Kardashian and Chris lying on his name because he is doubling down on the fact that it was all a plan. That sex tape,
Yeah.
it was all a plan. It was all orchestrated by Chris and Kim. They had a contract in place, all of that stuff, and
With Ray J.
So show the contract.
yeah.
then.
He did yesterday on IG Live. Yes, this is why this is so interesting. Yeah, so cool. So he's been saying it all this time. He's like, Kim, I want to talk to you. Da da da. Messaging her online. Blah blah blah. And then what happened in one of their like keeping up with the Kardashians? I don't know. One of their their reality shows. Kim tried to pass it off as like, this thing has been such a nightmare for me. I can't believe it happened to me. Rachel was like, hold on. Man, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And then recently, Kris Jenner went onto a late night TV show.
Yeah.
And they had what's those people that tell like the lie machine, like a
Yeah,
poly.
The polygraph.
The polygraph.
So they had one of those, and someone asked the question around, did you have anything to do with the Ray J sex tape? She said, I have absolutely nothing to do with the release. The person said, oh, it's the truth. Ray J was like, no, it's a lie, and I've got the receipts. So he went onto IG Live,
Wow.
and he's got the handwritten contract of what they said they were going to do. It's going to be an intro and Kaba. There's going to be a sex scene. There's going to be X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And so that one was handwritten. Everyone was like, that might not be her handwriting, blah, blah, blah. But then he went to go and get another note that Kim had written to him separately, had nothing to do with anything. And the handwriting was
Agility too.
So wait, did they even have
It's
sex?
over. Yes.
Yeah, they had sex on tape.
Alright, cool.
You know what?
Full on.
Did you watch?
Yeah,
did you guys watch
I've watched a bit of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I watched a bit of it.
So he was like, enough. Like, I've tried to be nice. I've tried to message you like privately, da da da. And then he was going to reveal his DMs. But as he was on Instagram Live, he was like, cool, I'm going to go through our DMs right now. Kim just blocked her there and then. Literally on live, like, yeah.
She blocked him.
Yeah.
So
you can't see it.
Can't see it. Yeah. Mad.
So, I mean, shout out Kim, but shout out Ray J.
Shout out Ray.
Nah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Don't
Kim.
get that man.
Yeah, no, because I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for that sex tape, Kim wouldn't be who she is right now.
Of course.
100%.
Facts.
No,
She would have
Anyway.
got there in the end because Kris Jenner is actually a beast.
Yeah, but no, yeah, but I don't
But
think
that
she'll be
kickstarted
at
the whole family.
Yeah,
though. It wasn't just
I don't. Well, it was the whole family.
Yeah, it was the whole family side.
I don't think they would have been where they're at right now without that.
I
That
don't
was
think so.
disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Shout out Ray J.
Ray J needs a cut.
What's next?
There should be royalties there to Ray J. They need to pay that nigga before he takes them to court.
I think they didn't. I think he took them to court because they owed him money.
They owe
And he
him
was ordered to pay
millions.
it. Yeah. Anyway.
Mad. Anyway, next thing on the list is only built for Infinity Links. I know it sounds like a Marvel film. It's not a Marvel film. It's Quavo and his little brother.
Take off his nephew.
Huh.
Go and get Offset
Don't
back,
say.
man. You guys be sick.
Yeah, go and find him from
Please.
where he is.
You guys are doing nonsense.
Do you guys have any predictions for how good this album will be out of
Couldn't
10?
care less. with
God,
them two, man.
God did.
You guys ruined it. You ruined it.
I feel
You
bad.
actually ruined it like completely.
They should
Why?
have just quit. They should have just quit.
Yeah.
I want to no, because obviously you got money to make, innit? What are they gonna do after that? They're going straight back to the bando.
The thing is, yeah, what is really telling about this whole situation is that they brought out that song on Colors,
Yeah,
which was actually a good song.
Yeah.
Where did they get them? Nowhere. It's a good song and no one cares.
Yeah.
Go back to being Amigos or disappear.
no,
Yeah.
I feel
For real.
like that. It's not even that. I feel like the thing about Offset is that Offset has a lot more about his brand.
Yep.
The thing about Quavo and Takeoff, they don't have much except for watches.
Yep.
But this is
So-
what I'm saying. You're bringing out an album right now, but one song that you brought out, which was actually a really good
Yeah.
song, which you both were going crazy on, no one cared.
Yeah, I
So
think that
what
their
makes you think
time,
that anyone's going to care about you bringing out an album right
their
now?
time is done, man. Their time is
Do
done.
you think there's a way that they can reposition themselves as like
that's
who they
legal.
are?
No.
Yeah.
By the S.
Migo.
Or
Those
Amigos. Those Migos.
Mi Amigo.
I don't think so. No, I don't know. I don't think so. It's unfortunate, but
It
just psycho. I'd like to.
Let's see what it's saying. Let's see what it's saying. But they will never be Bad and Bougie, and Bad and Bougie wouldn't have been Bad and Bougie without Offset.
Yeah, facts.
That's it. Anyway,
Cool.
so Asake,
Ashake.
Mr. Money.
Asake.
Okay, Asake. Mr. Money with the Vibe released a body of work. I don't know if it's an album. I don't know if it's a mixtape.
It's an album.
It's an album.
Yep, Mr. Money with
he
the Vibe
released
right now.
an album last week.
Sensational.
Sensational.
I'm happy with it.
No, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. All three of us here, because I used to be the Afrobeats guy. You've now become the Afrobeats guy. You love Afrobeats. Me, I just don't have time to listen to some of the songs because it's all palazzo, busy, all of those type of stuff. It's too much for my ears.
Thoughts on the album?
It's I.
I'm giving it 8.
Okay,
It's
out of
what-
10.
It's what I expected from him.
Yes.
It's what I expected from him, which isn't a good thing and it isn't a bad thing. It's what I expected from him. But there are some good songs on there.
What are your top 3 songs?
Top 3 songs.
The ones that we don't know, please.
Sumomi.
That's the best
a
one.
Great song.
Great song. Ototo.
Great song.
Joha.
Joha.
Yeah, mine will be the exact same as Tobi.
I can't give you top 3s because I don't remember them just by looking at the names.
Yeah.
But Sumo Me is that
Crazy
track.
dog.
I
Yeah,
like
it's
that
great.
one. I like that
Crazy
one a
dog.
lot. And I also like the song with Russ.
I delete that.
Russ wasn't necessary,
At all.
but I quite liked
That's
it.
the only
Which
reason why I
Russ?
deleted
It was the slow one.
Russ,
no,
American Russ.
Russ, American Russ,
Okay.
not Gun Lean. Gun Lean.
That Russ guy, yeah, he needs to
He
get
jumped.
off.
He jumped on a few Afrobeat tracks. And every single one he jumped on, I'm just like, you don't need
Dale.
to be there.
No, he
Yeah.
did do a song with Davido and Meek Mill a while ago.
And
That
he
was
did
an
not
alright
need-
song.
did-
That was
did
an alright
need to be
song.
the reintroduced
Anyway,
person.
next thing on list. Western have released an album. Have any of us listened to it?
Nope.
I have once, but I don't remember.
Okay, so I had a conversation with Charles on
Shout out
the chat.
Charles.
Charles.
And obviously the guys were like, okay, that this was a great body of work. For me, I said I wouldn't listen to it. I don't like Western. The only reason why is because Western's music, respectfully, like, shout out West London, but what's it called?
West Wizard?
Yeah, they're from West London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what you're
No,
doing.
because I'm from West London. So Western, respectfully,
You would think.
shut it, bled.
Go
I was
on.
born at Hammersmith Hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Shetty Blake.
So,
Continue.
okay, so Western, respectfully, don't have consistency, and their third member is always missing. He weren't there at Julia the niggas thing, so he's always missing.
No, but he was.
But but the one thing I will say, because he's not in jail anymore, so why he's still missing? One thing I will say is that someone that's been consistent in the group, which is Hailey, his music has been consistent.
He should really go solo.
He
should
but
really
no,
go solo.
But do you know the reason why he can't go solo?
Why?
Because for me, Hailey is exactly the same as what's that artist in America?
Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign. And
But-
Ty Dolla $ign, he released, what was the last project he released?
Featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
Featuring Ty Dolla $ign. So is it featuring Hailey?
But
No,
the
we
thing
can't
is,
do that,
the
boy.
thing is, let me tell you this, yeah. I think one thing. Why did I say that? Let me tell you this. The thing about Western is that they've got like this Caribbean influence,
Yeah.
which like they could do so
It
well
works
with
very well for them.
if they just like were better.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like this whole like Afrofusion sound that we've got right now that's working. Hailey could really. What's his name?
Hailey.
He could really fly that flag.
Hailey?
But like dancehall fusion type
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
Are
He
you sure it's
could
not their
do
marketing
it.
team?
No,
No,
I don't
no,
think it's the marketing team.
no.
And the thing is, the rapper, what's his name? Louis.
Yeah, Louis.
He's actually really good.
He's a good rapper.
He's a very good rapper. It's just unfortunate that their current setup is a bit nuts. I don't know
think
whether
it's
it's a Kel. And I did say, when he came out of jail, he shouldn't have rejoined. He should have stayed as a silent
Partner.
person. Yeah, silent partner or a songwriter. He did not need to be involved.
Songwriter would have got him a lot of money as
Yeah,
well.
but I just think I just think he needs to go solo.
I hear it.
I do.
hear it.
I think he could do so well on his own.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll come back to you guys with our review once we get
Yes, yes, we will.
No, 100%.
Shout out
Next
Western.
thing on the
Do we have-
list
do we have
is
time for these ones?
I'm gonna go through them quickly. Maybe Kesi listened to this one. I haven't listened to this one yet. But Ari Lennox has released ASL.
It's called Age, Sex, Location. It's an R&B album. Lots of Erykah Badu influences. If you like that, you will like this. It's
Share by the
good.
baby.
That's it.
Very nice. Not very shared by the baby. Very much more like Tyrone, but not like
You can
Neo
come
soul,
on,
soul,
Tyrone.
soul. It's just nice. Like it's like Neo R&B.
All right, interesting.
Hmm.
Next one on the list is, and in the next episode, we'll come with our top threes from that album as well.
Yes, please.
Next thing on the list is Wizkid. I am so excited for this because Wizkid, the last time he released music was about 5-6 years ago, and then he brought Made to Lagos. Yeah,
Made in Lagos.
Made in Lagos. Anyway, don't worry, I listened to it more times than all you did. Anyway, Made in Lagos came out. Made in Lagos has been the best body of work that Wizkid has ever released. Yeah. Yes, Kesi.
Yeah.
Now he's about to release More Love, Less Ego, which is another album coming soon.
Yes.
As long as it's a different
Vibe.
vibe from Made in Lagos.
If he copies Made in Lagos, I have to shoot him in the
I
kneecap.
don't know if it will be a different vibe though, because the time that Wizkid's on is very much like, I'm not here for the rah. Like, I'm keeping it cool.
I wanna have my
music,
grandma.
baby. That's gone.
No.
That's gone.
I wanna have
That's
my
gone.
waist like
No,
this.
no. That's all gone.
No,
That's done with.
That was when he was 15.
That's when he had a point to prove. So yeah, no.
But
It's fair.
based off the name, which I actually like the name, More Love, Less Ego.
Me too.
I really like that. Like Casey said, with the vibe that he's coming with right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a very cool, I'm in my lane, you know what you're gonna get, smooth, authentic.
It's almost Drake-esque without the copying of.
It's the
other
Afro
stuff.
Drake.
It's like I know I've already solidified myself in
Yeah.
my
I'm just having a good time.
so I'm just gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But I think I don't even think it's that. I just feel like as he's grown up, his sound has just changed.
It's-
Like
yeah.
I don't
I've heard
even
it
think.
change, yeah.
I don't even think even if he was successful or not, because even after Ayo,
Yeah.
which was a great album,
Yeah.
when he was Starboy, this is what we were getting.
Yeah.
This is what we've been getting for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't even think this is him saying I'm just having fun.
I think he's fine-tuned it.
Yeah,
Because in Made in Lagos,
absolutely.
when we saw the video of him doing Made in Lagos, and man was just sitting down how we're sitting down, and the microphone's like this, and man's just sitting there just singing. I was like,
Yeah, man, he's living life.
You know yourself, inside, outside.
Listen, he's got a kid on the way. Shout out him. Congrats.
Shout out.
Another
Him and his
one.
babes. Yeah.
What's that? Number 5.
It might be number 4.
Oh, him and David are
But
playing
it's
games.
with his most recent.
Oh, with his
girlfriend.
manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, all right. Anyway,
Shout out.
Within the business.
on top of that, keep it in the family. Keep it in the family.
Shout out them.
Yeah.
Lastly, on the list, it's another Wizkid
Single.
news. Yeah, Bad to Me.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's not out
No,
yet.
it's not out yet. But he's coming with all the gems. Let's see how it is. We'll come back when it releases. We'll let you guys know what our ratings are on the song. But I'm excited to see what's coming from Wizkid because, like I said, there was a drought. There
Yes,
was a
sir.
drought.
Yes,
Anyway,
sir.
on to the main topic.
Yes, please. So, guys, as we know,
All England.
Treason. I could already tell.
All England.
just a reminder, what Tobi has just done there, that is the sound of Treasonville alert.
Oh, yeah.
This is a very sensitive topic and we are going to do our very best not to get sent back to Rwanda. But if at
Please.
any point we find ourselves close, we will sound the alarm.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, guys.
Sound the alarm.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So, Queen Elizabeth II has died at 96 years of age. She's lived a long life.
A very long life.
A very long life in a lot
She
of
did.
places, doing a lot of things. But her time has come to an end, and we have reached the end of an Elizabethan era.
Yeah.
We have now been met. Thank you. We've now been met with King Charles III, 73 years of age.
Sausage fingers.
Treasonville. Okay.
And it's the Lancaster sausage as well.
Oh my God! It hasn't even been 2 minutes.
Toad in a hole.
73 years old. I keep pressing both buttons. Guys, let me be clear. The views expressed here are views of my own. If you hear anything, this is on behalf of them. It's nothing to do with me. I ain't never said
my
it.
days.
Anyway, so King Charles III is our new king.
Yeah.
He's 73 years old, so let's see how long he hangs about for before Prince William. I just said, let's see how long.
What, he's just gonna die next week? What's going on?
I didn't even play down. I'm just saying, gosh. In terms of fair range, you know what I mean? Like, he started at 73. That's quite old.
That's fair. Okay.
All right.
Whether he could outlast his mother.
He cannot physically,
Physically,
cannot.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
unless he's
Makes sense.
160 still there. Cannot be.
All right.
All right. Okay. So there's been a lot of talk since Queen Lizzy died. A number of different things. A lot of people had a lot of things to say. Generally, it's either, oh my gosh, so sad, or, you know, head of the Commonwealth, colonizing, not really, don't have any sympathy for you. You ruined my ancestors' lives.
Basically.
Where do you guys sit on the commentary? What are your thoughts?
Well, in regards to everything that's gone on.
in regards to the commentary, but then also like.
All I can say, from what I know, the way the press handled this was nuts.
In what sense?
In the sense that we all work in corporate, There was certain things that me, because I don't work in like marketing and stuff like that, I didn't know there was anything going on.
Right.
Like it was like on the hush hush, this. Everyone that was in marketing, corporate, like
comms.
all of the comms, they knew what was going on well before the people knew what was going on. So the way they managed that was good.
They've had this plan since the 1960s, just to say.
Yeah, Operation London Bridge has been put in place for a very, very long time.
What, for her specifically?
For her dying, because obviously
Really?
her death is inevitable because she's a human being.
She's a human,
Yeah, and obviously she was in her 90s, so any time from now we knew this is something that we have to prepare for. As someone that works in communications, on the day of, the minute it hit about like 12 noon, we all got alerted. This is what's happening.
London Bridge is falling down.
Yeah, essentially. Keep your eye on the news. And then we get ready. We had comms scheduled, had things in place to say this is how this person died. Placeholders to say, rest in peace, she died of, fill it in the blank. And then obviously when the news went, then we knew.
Yeah, it's mad. That's how.
It has to be sophisticated.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's my thoughts on it. The way it was managed was very well. Me personally, do I care? I'm not gonna lie. Like it was just like okay, like another person dying to me.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I do not feel connected to this in any sort of way at all. Like it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, it's so far away.
It's sad that someone has died for sure, but that's all it is to me right now.
I think the thing for me is that it kind of made me feel a little bit anxious. And shout out Scully. Scully said it so well.
Do I need to press this button?
No, not at all. Not at all. What he said was essentially, I'm going to try and find the tweet and say it verbatim, but it was something around like, okay, here we go. This is what he said. Suddenly, I'm getting kind of anxious because Queen Elizabeth is all I've ever known, and I've just had 2 years of just constant change, and all I really want is one normal year to go past without a major event causing international shockwaves. And that is how I felt. Like once it had happened, I was like, oh, mad thing. She's 96. Okay, next. But then it was just like, raw. She's dead. Like this is nuts. Like Queen Elizabeth. When you think about like money, when we think about slang, when we think about all we've ever known is Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah,
that's all we've ever known.
And I was even saying to Kesi, even like
married to Elizabeth, that's my wife.
Even like sincere Lizzy Clothing, Lizzy.
Yeah, he can still do that though.
He could, but everything like she has
everything we've ever known has been
from that.
It's that, and I think it's just such a big presence. Like,
oh Charlie, stop it.
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah. So this is what I was saying. Yeah, I was like, right, Charlie is currently slang for cocaine. So at what point do are the man them now going to start saying they're married to Charlie? Are you married to drugs? Are you married to a man? You know, rappers are homophobic. Yeah, so it's like, at what point, how are we going to do that one? Yeah. It'd be interesting. Anyway, my main thing was just
that's
like,
going to be interesting.
I think it's just like constant, like there's just, all of us, as the age that we are, we've been through our lives have just been through madness upon madness upon madness.
Yeah, a lot's gone on.
There's been so many changes in the last 2 years alone. Yeah. And I think for me, I was just like, bro, there was a point where I was just like really like tight within my spirit, like damn, like
we've
Queen
gone through.
Lizzy, is that you?
Yeah.
This is a big change.
Yeah. Do you know what? What is so mad, is that, like you said, it seems like. From like you said, from comms perspective, like you said, from the 1960s, they've been like trying to like.
They've been planning for this.
Yeah, she's human. She's gonna die. But I think sometimes when someone dies of that magnitude, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
So you're dead.
And I think that's the biggest death in terms of significant people. That's the biggest death that we're probably ever gonna see in our lifetimes, outside of like our own family members and stuff. But who bigger than the Queen is gonna die? Who?
Michael Jackson.
He's dead already.
Yeah, but
he was
died.
still number 2. He's still number 2. Come on, the Queen, bruv. What are you saying?
I'm not. Michael Jackson's bigger than the Queen.
What are you man saying?
Michael Jackson's bigger than the Queen.
I figured. Because that hurt me.
I'm not gonna lie, that hurt me. I cried for Michael Jackson.
It doesn't matter if it hurt you, you weirdos. There's no way you guys are trying to say that Michael Jackson is a bigger icon than the Queen. Queen Elizabeth II.
No, Kesi, think about it.
No, you think about it.
Shimona.
Oh my god.
When I'm Osasa.
The Queen never moonwalked.
Oh my days.
The Queen never had a theme park at her house.
What are you guys saying right now?
The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her house. The Queen never had a theme park at her ho
she is literally the head, or was the head of the Commonwealth.
And that's the issue.
But the thing is, no. Do you know? No. But do you know what? Okay, this is it. Yeah.
I do get what
No. Listen. No. Respectfully, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but that shows how disconnected we are from it.
And that's fine. That is fine if you're disconnected. Objectively. I don't care how you feel.
Yeah.
This is the Queen.
But I mean, Queen, Michael Jackson.
Come on.
No, put it a little bit higher.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. No, the Queen's definitely seen Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's been at the Queen's house.
Yeah.
So they're both similar.
All right, so tell me this, yeah? Queen goes to Neverland.
Wait.
Yeah.
King-
She never got invited.
Queen goes to Neverland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson goes to Buckingham Palace. Which one do you think is a bigger deal?
Michael.
Jackson.
Shut your mouth.
Michael Jackson goes to
Let's
Buckingham
move
Palace.
on. You
Michael
man
Jackson-
are
Wait,
moving
Michael
mad.
Look, the Queen, the king of pop. Think about it. They're both
Royalty.
majesty.
Oh,
You're
Majesty. Birth.
Majesty.
How? What? What?
That's not okay.
I'm so done. I'm so done. Oh,
They're both majesty. Royalty was right there.
Royalty
you know.
was right there.
Oh my goodness, it just didn't clock. It just didn't
Oh
happen.
my days.
Anyway.
Right. Okay, cool.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we've spoken about how the Queen's death made us feel personally.
Yeah.
Okay, this chair's gone back down again.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so we've spoken about how Queen Lizzy's death made you feel personally, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say that we've all got some sort of disconnect from the Queen. Like, we're
Yeah.
not royalists
Yeah.
and whatever. That's fine, yeah? Speaking of another death that happened quite recently, Chris Kaba,
Yeah.
Yeah.
aka Maddox from 6'7", God rest his soul. We try not to talk about these type of topics
Yeah.
on this podcast for
Yeah.
a number of reasons.
Yeah.
But this particular death, at the time it's happened especially, do you feel like it overshadowed the Queen's passing for you? Was there any sort of like relation or link to how you felt in regards to that and how you felt in regards to the Queen? And did it like alter how you felt about each scenario?
Time, can I just put this?
Yeah.
Say time relative. I was not in the country at the time, and I didn't hear about his death.
Oh, okay. You only heard about it when you came back?
I only heard about it when I came back. So it wasn't even something that even came to mind. So at the time, was like, I was like, what happened? Like, who is
Yeah.
this person?
Right.
Like, why is it such a big thing?
Let me be real with you, yeah? Because I had to ask myself some questions. I'm not gonna lie. I am so numb.
So
It's
disconnected.
mad.
I hear it.
I'm so disconnected from everything that's going on because I don't know. I maybe it's because of the way life is right now. With so much going on in life, like there's death happening here. The cost of living's gone up. You trying to sort out your own life
And enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life. There was one post that went out here where it's like it was. I'm going to try and paraphrase it, but it's like I'm working in my job. I'm trying to manage my family. I'm trying to also manage my relationships. At the same time, I'm trying to manage my mental health. At the same time, I'm trying to build my financial plans and manage my finances. At the same time, cost of living. So all these things are happening. My mind is split into like the metaverse.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to look, something's got to go. Something's got to take the back seat.
Yeah.
And everything else is the back seat. My life is a priority right now. So with everything that's going on here, when I heard that guy's death, I was like, damn. I swiftly moved on to my life
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
I couldn't think about it.
You didn't have time to sit
I
down
didn't
and-
have time. I even had to ask myself, why wasn't I posting like
RIP or
yeah,
the
not even
post
R,
that will go around
yeah, like the post
Yeah.
about we need to focus on what's going on right now. I totally understand it. The way the press have managed that is so bad because there's a lot of black people that have died that we don't even know about. And this specific one, rest in peace, Mark Duggan, is similar to the Mark Duggan situation.
Absolutely.
In a sense that I heard there was a car chase, they shot the guy in the head. Out of all the places, you could have, do you know what, yeah? Because the way the armed police work, yeah?
It's a disarming shot first.
You know how,
First,
yeah.
yeah.
So you could have shot him in the arm or the leg, whatever it is, to disarm the person so he can't actually move. You shot him straight in the head. And we're also hearing from outsiders, not outsiders, but people close that were relatively close to the situation, saying the guy didn't have a gun.
He didn't have a gun. They've come out and announced it
have a
now.
gun.
That he didn't have a gun at the time, even though that is what they had previously put out.
It's ridiculous.
So I think it's quite tricky because this is definitely how I felt back in 2020
Yeah.
amidst the George Floyd stuff,
Yeah.
and like there was like a long line of black people that were being murdered by the police.
One after the other.
Yeah. And for the same reason that we don't really talk about on the pod is very similar to like why I'm always a bit like, for me, when George Floyd died, it couldn't have been George Floyd. It wasn't George Floyd. It was earlier. It was the little boy with the
that they
hoodie that
killed
was
him.
wearing a hoodie
Yeah.
that was killed by George
Trayvon
Zimmerman.
Martin.
Trayvon.
Yeah.
When Trayvon was killed, at the time I was working in Burberry. I was in my stockroom. I was crying my eyes out.
Wow.
I could not work. I was so sad all the time. I was stressing, and like I've got a younger brother as well. He's at that age. He's 6'2".
Yeah.
To someone that wants to see him as a threat, he could be seen as a threat. It's very difficult to like have that in your mind all the time.
Yeah.
And like Michael said, it is so difficult. Life is hard enough.
Yeah.
Taking on these sort of things feels so much heavier, but then you feel like you've got to, because you know you're black, and it could be my brother, it could be you guys, it could be me, it could be any one of us, right? So it's like, this is a fight, this is my fight, this is just as much my fight as it is any other black person's fight. How much do I have to give to this? And I hate the fact that we even have to say to ourselves, you gotta pick it up.
Just
you
have
gotta
to get on with it.
gotta. It's tough. It's very difficult. My feelings around it are very complex, and I don't know if we necessarily have the time to talk about it right now. But I just feel like the things that I can do, I'll always try and do, but at the same time, it happens all the time. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just
I think
nuts.
The argument that always comes up, and I think is a very unfair argument, and people really need to understand that in this life, you need to leave people to be individuals and not try and group everyone and say you have to do this, you have to do that, because everyone's fighting their own battles. But a lot of people will say at some point you have to just do something, whether that be like for you remember that time when everyone changed their displays to black.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you just have to do it just because. It's like, you don't know why you're doing it anymore. A lot of people are half-heartedly doing it.
That's the thing.
But it's like, you just have to do it for the cause. And I understand that to an extent. But the issue that you get with that is that you get a lot of pointless things happening. A lot of people doing stuff that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, we don't know why people say that the purpose behind it. We don't know if the purpose behind it is really that purpose. So you said change your display to black. Now you're reposting these images. I understand why you're reposting these images, but what do you want from this? We don't know. People will say go to the march and turn up at the march. Okay, cool, turn up at the march. But if you're not invested in it, what is you being there actually doing?
What's the value?
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people will turn around and say, just do it anyway, because what other choice do we have?
Yeah.
And I do understand that argument too, but one thing I'm gonna have to let everyone understand is that you have to let people be individuals and do what they need to do in their own way, and don't force people or go after people for not doing it.
If they believe in the cause and understand the cause, let them do what they want to do. Like everyone has their own approach to everything. Like everyone can do something in their own way to support wherever it is. It doesn't necessarily need to be.
And if they don't, they don't.
That's it.
Yeah, I think there are some people that, like, especially amidst like all the George Floyd stuff that happened in 2020, that everyone was talking about the different ways that you can support, whether it's donating to certain organizations, going to protests, XYZ. Me, I'm very particular about, like, I just never want to be disingenuous.
Yeah, exactly.
I really just pride myself on, like, being a real one across the board, and I don't want to go to a protest. I don't want to do it. I don't feel. I don't feel safe sometimes. It's not something. Yeah, I don't feel safe all the time. And like outside of that, even if I don't feel safe, if that makes me weak or like someone that's not supporting the cause, okay, whatever. But like, I will push for equity in the lane that I can. It's not that I'm not trying, and even that, I don't even need to say that. I don't even need to justify myself.
You don't need to.
But like, I just find it so difficult, and I find these things really distressing. And with the type of person I am, if I take it on, I take it on. So that's why it's always quite tricky looking at the Chris Kaba stuff and engaging with the Chris Kaba stuff, because it is very distressing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do, because I feel a lot of guilt, and then I feel a lot of shame, and then I feel a lot of anger, and it's just too much to deal with on top of life as is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And even to answer the question, I do feel like definitely this overshadowed the Queen's death for sure. Because there's no way that we can be all saying R.I.P. to the Queen and then not say R.I.P. to Chris Kaba for what's happened. Because really and truly, if anything, it looks dumb from my perspective, for me to be saying R.I.P. to a Queen that, for me personally, and I don't care if it's treason, has done nothing for me.
Oh yeah,
and really and truly, when another black person has been shot innocently for no sort of reason whatsoever, and only just a few days ago they're saying they're launching an investigation, and really truly, whenever the police say they're launching an investigation, it doesn't come out with anything.
That doesn't mean
it's like,
nothing.
what am I actually caring about? If I can't take away from, say that the Queen's death is more important than another black person dying innocently, because the Queen died of natural causes. Yeah, fine, 96 years old, understandable. This person that's a young guy has died for no reason because the police have decided to just shoot him. You get what I mean? So yes, I definitely agree it overshadowed the Queen's death for sure. Whether it's treason, I couldn't care less. Priti Patel's out.
Yeah, I think one thing that I will say is that Chris Kaba dying at a similar time that Queen Elizabeth died only brought like our feelings around like colonialization. Cologne. You know what I'm trying to say? Yes. All right, let's get it out.
Colonization.
But yeah, thank you. Our thoughts and our feelings around how the Commonwealth is treated African countries, anyone that is ethnically an ethnic minority. My God, I think Chris Kaba dying at around the same time has only further highlighted how disconnected we are from this country, like, and seeing their reaction. Like the other day, obviously they did a protest on yesterday, and the guys that went were marching. Shout out my dogs Jalan and Franklin, they were both at the protest.
Oh, sick! Shout out you guys, man.
So they were protesting in central London, and Sky News, when they reported it, reported it as a parade for mourners for the Queen. Yeah, man. And it's so just like, you see things like this, and it just further highlights the fact that, yo, this country doesn't give a shit.
They really don't
about us. Like, black men are literally being shot by the police in a country where you're not even supposed to be having guns. We still have to fear dying by guns, dying by the people that are sworn to protect us. And then we've got the monarchy, and we're seeing the Queen dying, and like millions and millions and millions of pounds are being put into making sure that we mourn properly for the Queen. Yeah. And it's like people won't even make it through Christmas because of the price of how things are, and black people, black communities are being killed, and if they're not killed, they're being killed by the fact that they can't afford to live here.
Yeah, and even I mean, that's a very important fact here. But for me too, it's like you also brought up another aspect of it being that people are going to go into this winter and actually suffer. And the thing is, I understand the government has something that they need to be doing right now, but even the people themselves, like, you guys need to get serious for real. Like, you're going into a situation right now,
who's the people that need to get serious?
The people that are out there mourning the Queen that could potentially be going to suffer in winter right now. Like, there's bigger things to be dealing with right now. I mean, a whole 3 weeks right now to mourn the Queen. Granted, yes, she's the head of the country, fine, whatever, but really and truly, there's bigger shit we need to be dealing with, and this happens time and time again. Another thing will pop up for them to just turn around and say,
and they sweep things under the rug.
Brexit is something that hasn't still been sorted out.
I actually saw in the news, I saw in the news someone was like talking about the cost of living crisis right now is very insensitive with everything that's happening with the Queen. It's like, this is literally how it happens. We are going to blink, and our focus is going to be on the monarchy instead of the fact that some of us won't actually be able to afford to put the heating on this winter.
And the thing is, and this is what frustrates me, is that I know the media is a big aspect of this, and they're the ones that push it, what people should be really talking about and thinking about right now. But everyone also have your own mind. I'm seeing people crying out there for the Queen. You want to see crying in winter? Do you want to see crying this winter when the shit is not sorted out?
Frostbite.
And even outside of that, going back to the Chris Kaba situation, his family are crying for a young boy that has been innocently killed.
I think on top of the fact that he's young, he's 24, 23. He's a father to be. Like, he's got a kid, he has a kid coming. And it's just so...
It's sad,
so
man.
There's real shit to be crying about.
Man.
There's real shit to be crying about right now.
It's really heartbreaking.
Like, do you know what? Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, the UK is done. It's not even just the UK. It's just, I think, minorities in a lot of countries, and I'll say the big countries at the moment, like the UK and the US. The way they're managing this thing, like, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They really do not give a shit, and the thing is, yeah, it's clear as day.
Yeah.
But I remember like a few years ago, we were young, we weren't really talking like this. It's now coming to the limelight where it's in your face, disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now. So it's like all you can do as a people. All we can do is actually just look after ourselves. We like,
but that's an issue in itself, though.
It's an issue. No, we've spoken about it before. The
When
community,
you say ourselves,
the community
do you mean
aspect of things.
Yeah, as a community.
The community aspect of thing. This is where we now need to double down.
Yeah.
For us to actually get things popping for ourselves.
And I really don't want to talk about politics on here. Yeah? But anybody that is black and votes conservative, I cannot.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts.
I cannot respect it. And I'm sorry, I really don't like doing this. But I cannot rate it because we are literally dying by the day. They have shown that they don't care about anybody other than themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what they've always said. And we are losing families, we are losing communities, we are losing youth centres because they would rather build cafes and apartments instead of places where kids can go, and then they find themselves on the streets, and then we say black on black crime, and then all of these things are being built for black people and ethnic minority people to not succeed, and then we turn around and say, oh, but I want to vote conservatives because they help those that help themselves, and taxes.
Yeah, taxes.
It's
so mad because when you see the difference, from how old am I now? Anyway, I'm old.
Okay.
But if I was to look at let me say like 16 years ago, when we used to go play centre in West London, mate, like
that doesn't exist anymore. Safe spaces for kids don't exist anymore.
It's so mad because even as just saying it right now, I was like, imagine if we didn't go play centre.
Mate.
Imagine if you didn't have other black people or your family nearby.
To support you.
Gentrification means that people literally, just something is like, oh yeah, your mum wants to make money for herself.
Oh, yeah.
She can't leave her kids with anyone because everyone has been shipped out to Essex.
And everyone's working.
Yeah.
Everyone has to make...
Even saying that, like, I remember times we're on the block and you'll be playing downstairs and your parents don't have to be out there watching you.
The whole neighborhood's watching you.
Everybody is watching.
Like, everyone's got their door open.
All of those things are
Mary in the corner watching us.
Like, a situation where you were safe enough to be in your community and space, and you'll be nurtured in that community space.
Exactly.
Whether or not there is drugs being sold elsewhere or this and this happening, most of the time that won't touch you because your community is there with you and they will protect you from it.
So let me ask you guys a question. Yeah. So do you think you will ever feel at home in the UK?
No.
And if not, what would be the alternative for you?
No, I don't think there's an alternative. I think the only thing that I can do, okay, let me be clear. I'll never feel at home here because this place doesn't want me to be here.
Yeah, it doesn't want you to make it feel like home.
The UK doesn't want me to thrive here. I'm thriving against the grain. I'm going against the tide to do well here. The alternative for me is finding those safe spaces and those communities and making them wherever I can.
Yeah.
If that means having a community of friends that I can lean on, that I can trust, that I can do those sort of things with, building a village within myself, having my family nearby me. Those are the things that I can do.
Yeah.
And I'm so blessed that like the way that I'm set up and the way my life is set up is, if I had a friend or if I needed money, I could go to one of my friends. We have that kind of thing that we were talking about like South Asian communities. I feel like I could do that if I needed to.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like with the people that we have around us, that is that village that we can say, we're saying it takes a village. I feel like I've got a village of my own.
Fair.
And that's all I can do. Because I won't get it on a macro scale.
What about yourself, Tobi?
I mean, if you're saying feel at home as in like how it used to be, then I definitely don't feel like that is something that that I can leave into anyone else's hands but myself. For real, like Kesi was saying, you have to do it yourself. You have to live near people that you know, your family, your friends.
Build that community.
Close by. I mean, you're never going to have the resources of the government, so you have to use your own resources.
Of course.
So essentially, I completely agree with Kesi. I think naturally you'll never be able to have it unless you do it yourself.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, it's exactly the same. There's no difference in what you guys are saying. I think the sad thing, there's not even a sad thing about the UK, it's just like the US as well, because they're very similar in the way that they work and everything. It's more than one thing in a sense that, okay, there's racism, plus we're a capitalist society. There's so many different things. It's not just one thing. It's just one. It's just they just
overlap on
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
and it double downs and it compounds to be even worse.
Yeah.
So all these different things that we have in the UK is what's making me feel like I can't. It's not. This is home. This
Yeah.
is where I was born and raised.
Yeah.
It's home,
Like
but
I'm
it
Nigerian,
wouldn't
but
feel
I
like
wouldn't call Nigeria home.
No.
That would,
Yeah.
God forbid, that can't be home.
Yeah.
But the UK is the closest thing I have
God
to.
forbid, hopefully
No,
it
God forbid. Hopefully it improves.
Yeah.
God did. Anyway, but yeah, me being in the UK, obviously it's my home. But is it what I used to call home? No. And the thing is, I can't even say what I used to call home because I was young then.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
what I saw as home then is completely different now. I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
So what our parents were going through at that moment in time, we're just going through our own struggles now.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like as far as what a home is, what you would define a home to be is your safe space, to somewhere that is your sanctuary, like, and I just don't ever feel, I can never feel that here. This place does not want me here.
I hear
Like,
it.
they don't. As a black person, they don't want me here.
and we're the ones that made this country thrive.
I guess this is probably just a counter argument to that question. I mean that statement, and it's like, what in terms of being a black person would you say would make it feel like home? Because really and truly, yeah, a lot of people turn around and say the way things were in terms of black people having that much support, they would turn around and say, yeah, it was good, but in terms of progression and getting better. What does that actually mean for our people? Does that mean that we're saying that our people always need those resources, or will our people ever have an opportunity to develop?
It's a hard one.
Yeah,
one.
it is a difficult one, but I do think ultimately how things in any community, whether let's not do it by race, let's do it by
Yeah,
class.
definitely.
Yeah,
That's better.
If you've got somebody that is lower class, is it lower class? Working class. Sorry,
we got low class and
Yeah,
working
it's
class.
low
lower
class.
than working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you got
working class is the one
let's
that needs
let's talk about working class. Yeah, you've got someone that's working class. There is a way that for a number of different reasons, like you said, there are lots of things that play here as to why black people can't earn as much or
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
earn as much, because they are literally paying black people less than
Yes.
white people.
Or they
As a
won't put them in the
statistic.
positions
Yeah,
that
or
they
they won't
deserve.
put them in the positions.
Yeah.
Those are the things that we need to tackle. And that's what I mean. Oh yeah. Oh, so once we give them the resources, are we gonna have to keep it? Obviously not. Once there are black people, once inclusion exists, once equity exists,
Exactly.
yeah, in a way that like black people can still benefit the same way that white people can.
Exactly.
They can still get a mortgage the same way that white people
Yep.
can. They still get hired for the same roles the same way white people can. We won't have to be doing this.
That's
this
exactly
whole
it.
thing acting like we're having
So
to
equality.
yeah, but equity.
Equity.
Not equality.
Yeah, because
if it's
equalities
equality,
happen.
Yeah.
we all get £5 each.
Yeah.
No, that's not what we need, because it's very clear that black people are on their back end. So if we need 10,
Yeah.
don't act like you're doing me a favor giving me 10. We're just trying to get on the same
Yeah.
playing
I think
field.
that's the biggest thing, because a lot of people turn around and say black communities need to understand financial literacy and this is and that. A lot of black people say exactly the same thing. But the thing is, yeah, this information has been out for God knows how many years.
Yep.
And there's a lot of black people that do know about this
Yep.
information.
It's just whether it's been shared.
the main thing that comes with growth is capital.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, and people are forgetting that. Just because you are in this back category now, where you are getting more a higher wage now, that you need to understand that yes, you might be blessed in that situation, but there's still a whole community of people that are not getting that
Absolutely.
advantage. And just because you're that one person, you're not the one person that can make that change. I'm sorry, we need a whole community to make that change.
100%.
And that's what I said. What I said before about having a community. That's what I don't want to, because we've spoken about this before. It's like what we there was an episode that we did a while ago where we said that there was a community in the US. There was a black thriving community that was obviously burnt down.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
That is what we need. And I know a few people at the moment that are doing well for themselves, and they're starting to build those type of communities.
exactly.
But it's going to take more than 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Of
It's
course.
going to take us actually having the same vision and the same purpose, and us going down that same. Until then, mate.
That's the thing. It's not about having the same vision, the same purpose.
You do
We
need the same vision and
but
purpose.
But we do have that.
Yeah.
Everyone wants better for themselves.
Wait. The thing is, yeah, when you say everyone has the same vision and purpose, everyone can have the same vision, but does everyone have the same like
Are we all going in the same
drive
direction?
to
I understand what you're saying, but you don't need that.
You don't.
Because communities that exist, there's no such thing as a white community. We're literally in a white country, but like we don't all need to be on the same type of time. There just needs to be a process in place that benefits black people. And the idea that, oh yeah, black people don't work hard, We know that they do. What we need on the ground, like we need equity on that level. Okay, calm, we can't get that, cool. Let's do it within our communities. What I believe that there should be is that if you've got, say, a community of 100, you've got one person that's doing really well that wants to try and build this thing. 99 people don't need to be on the same type of time as that person.
100%.
But things need to be put in place within that community so that each person can benefit and thrive in the same way.
Or at least get that same exact opportunity. And not just 1,000 people going for one job. It's if there's 1,000 jobs, then those 1,000 people have the opportunity to get those 1,000 jobs too.
Do you know what? Yeah, I get what you guys are saying.
Yeah,
but I'm not even talking about everyone being on the same time. And I'll use this example is like when Martin Luther King, God rest his soul, was alive.
Not Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Okay. Anyway, thank you. So when he had obviously his vision for everything, not everyone was on the same type of time. But everyone believed in that vision and that purpose. I'm trying to say that we all want to be in good positions. It's how much do you believe you can actually put yourself in that position, or how much you want it as well.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's correct, because I feel like people believe that they can, but it's the fact that there isn't that opportunity to get there. They're not
so
allowing.
There's red tape that one.
They're not allowing it.
Exactly.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure we're well past the point of. I really want to do this. Look at Instagram every single day. People want to do better themselves. People want more for themselves. But it's about when there's an opportunity for people to get that more, will they get that opportunity? Most likely not. And that's the issue. How many top black execs are there? How many top black vice presidents or whatever it is in companies are there? There isn't many.
I don't know if there's even a black exec.
That's the thing. I'm looking in my company.
Literally got like 6.
In my company, there isn't one. In my company, there isn't one. So it's like, it's a situation where it's more than just saying that, because I feel like we've passed the point of we all need to have the same vision. We all need to be going down the same road, because we are going down the same road.
And even if we're not, it's not about that. Like,
you can
one monkey don't stop the show.
100%.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's the fact that we do not have the resources. Anyway, we need to round this up.
Let me just say one thing, and one thing that I feel like it's not a mistake, but this diversity and inclusion thing that came out, that obviously started ramping up during lockdown. I think it's just a tick box exercise.
Do you want to do an episode on that?
We could do.
Okay. Let's end light. I want to ask one more question. It's going to be light. We said that this place doesn't feel like home to us, or some of us said that. Yeah. If you could live anywhere other than here, where would it be and why?
Ooh,
that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Do you know what? Where I would love to go to
live.
I would love to live in a country that's...
No, I need a place.
Okay. Specifically, the way I'm seeing it and looking at it, Ghana.
Okay, interesting.
I would like to live in an African country. The only reason why I'm saying that is I want to be surrounded by my own.
I hear
the
that.
community aspect of things. And honestly, looking at the different countries, and I'll send this to you guys about Africa itself, and like, it's not just about the wealth side of things, but we can't lie that wealth has a place in this whole vicious circle.
Of course.
And in Africa, obviously, there's so much opportunities there. It's just who you know and stuff like that. I don't mind being around that community, being around people that I know, being around people that are exactly the same as me, trying to build with those people. I would have said Nigeria, but the way Nigeria is way too corrupt for me. Not saying that Ghana it doesn't have its same corruption, but it looks a lot more sound than Nigeria.
I hear that.
Government-wise, it looks a lot more sound. So, Ghana.
Okay.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Well, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that question, actually. I don't.
Okay. For me, I would say Toronto.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
I was gonna either Toronto or Amsterdam specifically.
Yes.
I was going to say New York, but
Never.
America is just too terrifying.
Why would you say Amsterdam?
You'll pay $5,000 for this room.
Exactly. The reason why I say Amsterdam is because from the time that I've been there, granted it's been a short time that I've been, the times that I've been, they're so calm. My uncle's from the Netherlands. He's been living there like most of his life. And like everything that he's ever said about it is what I want for myself. Like chilled, not too busy, not too much, but still a city, still thriving in that sense. It's still like
it's a tech bubble.
It's not like calm village, not developed.
They're just doing their own thing.
They're so calm, like they're so chill. The police is always a bit funny, but the policing there versus the policing here is a lot better.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I would say Amsterdam.
Yeah.
The reason why I said Toronto is because I feel like it's a calmer version of New York.
Yeah.
And because I feel like there's still that black community there.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like in Amsterdam I would necessarily get that to the same degree.
Yeah.
So those are my 2 cities of choice.
I hear it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. On that
Boy.
note, that brings us to the end of quite a heavy episode
Yeah, man.
112.
We
I
didn't have
just
to
want to
press the
say,
season alarm that much.
huh?
We didn't have to
That
press
I was
the-
literally just about to say well done because we really only pressed it like 3 times.
I held my tongue, man.
Yeah, so it go. Okay, cool. So that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. If you've got any thoughts, let us know. DM us, drop it in the comments.
Yaki.
Ah?
I say yaki, man.
Sorry.
Okay. You can find us on the gram, hype and then some, Twitter,
Yep.
hype and then some. You can listen to us on SoundCloud and Spotify. No longer Apple Podcasts.
Yusuf.
Sorry, Yusuf.
You better join that Spotify real quick, boy.
Come on. And obviously you can find us on YouTube.
man.
Do we have any other business?
This is episode 112. We're hyping then some for now. And we're out.
Peace. Rest in peace, Chris Kaba.
Rest in peace.